on.
Come on.
So, my Norwegian was late again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, I was in here.
I don't believe you. Norwegians lie too.
Yeah.
Lie. Redheads lie and Norwegians are late.
Yeah, it's a bad combination.
You tell me you were ready. That means you were in the shower.
Nah, I didn't shower.
Look at your hair. It's beautiful.
I just woke up.
You're all gelled up.
That's bedhead.
I put my glasses on today.
Yeah, I got.
Because I know I forget that you use video, and
Yeah. Right.
you know Howard always used to say that he put the glasses would make his nose look smaller.
Right.
I don't know. I'm looking at myself, and my nose still looks big,
Right.
and it's shiny, man.
Yeah.
Why my nose shines over here?
I don't know why. Well, right. It's like the lights right on it.
Right. This is why people powder the face. I got to go powder my fucking nose.
Right.
I gotta paint my face orange like Trump does, you know?
Yeah. You need makeup.
I gotta get some spray tan.
That's funny.
Yeah, orange man bad.
Yeah.
I've been rubbing all kinds of cream on myself. I got this friggin' itch problem lately. Like it started happening like 2 weeks ago. And I started getting all friggin' itchy all over, you know?
Mm.
So I figured it was just dry skin.
Right.
And I friggin' Google it, you know, and that's like the worst thing to do.
Worst thing to do.
Worst thing to do sometimes is Google stuff. And it happened to me once before. I had when I had the MRI done on my back, right? Because I got all kinds of back problems. And I got 5 discs that are all blown out.
Right.
Well, anyway, I get the MRI pictures, you know, not just the report. They actually hand me the big black and white things, and I'm holding them up to the light, and I'm looking at them.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at my spine, and it's got these like big white blotches all over the spine on the bone, you know?
Right.
Like big white spots, you know? And I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm a Google doctor, you know? I type in, you know, white spots on your spine. And of course it says bone cancer, you know? So now, you know, I'm convinced I have bone cancer and I'm dying.
Yeah.
You know, my next doctor appointment, you know, for him, because you got to get your MRI, and then you got to make the appointment to go there to see the doctor where he actually tells you what everything says.
Right. So you're waiting now.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I get the report and I'm sitting there Googling all the words.
Right. To understand it.
So now for like 5 weeks, I'm convinced I'm dying.
Yeah.
You know? I don't say anything to the wife or anybody in the house.
Yeah. But you're like, this is insane. Yeah.
Yeah, but all my symptoms, they're like back pain, white blotches on the spine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, so for about 5 weeks, I didn't tell anybody, but I'm convinced I'm dying.
Yeah.
So anyway, I got this itch all over my friggin' body now, you know?
So what happened when you went in, though? They said, no, that's nothing.
Oh, yeah. So then I go to the doctor. And he says, I go right away. I says, what are these white blotches?
Yeah.
He goes, you Googled it, didn't you, Nick? You know? And I'm like, yeah. I says, do I have bone cancer? He goes, no, man. He goes, that's inflammation.
Right.
I tell you got to stay off the goddamn internet.
I know.
He knew right away what I was thinking.
Yeah.
He goes, I know. He goes, Nick, just stay off the internet, man. You know? Did I ever tell you what that doctor said before I get to the itch?
Right.
What he said about me?
No.
He did a great job of explaining my body, you know?
Right.
Because I got all kinds of issues with my back. I got my shoulder, you know, 25 years of construction. I'm all beat up, you know?
Yeah.
So he's like, you know, I've seen worse. I said, well, what do you think, Doc? Should I just try and go back to work, go back to construction? And he's like, oh no, Romo. He calls me Romo, you know, because he sees me. I always have like a cowboy hat on or something.
Right.
This is back a few years ago when every time Romo went in, he broke a bone. Like the last 5 games, he broke 3 bones, you know?
Yeah.
So he goes, no way, Romo. He goes, you go back. He goes, I give you 3 weeks. He goes, you know what you're like? He goes, you're like a car that's not that old. you know,
Right.
body looks good. You know, it doesn't look bad.
Right.
You know, so you go to look at the car. He goes, and it's got not that old, and the body looks okay. He goes, but it's got really high mileage on it. He goes, so you get in it, you take it for a drive. He goes, and
Yeah.
all the bushings are worn out. He goes, so
Right.
it pulls to the right. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
goes, every bump in the road, every time you hit a bump in the road, you hear like a big bang and the glove box pops open. You got duct tape on that. The tranny's starting to slip a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He goes, you know, if you want to take it to the train station and back, you know, you'll be okay.
Right.
But
Yeah.
don't try taking it to the city every day because
Right.
it's going to be dead in 3 months.
Right.
That's what my doctor said to me.
That's crazy.
Because, so, you know, just station and back. Take it
Right.
easy because
Right.
you're not going to last. I'm like, ah. But I thought it was a really good analysis, you know.
Right.
But that is what I'm like, you know. Everything's worn out, man. I beat the hell out of my body.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got this itch all over my body.
Yeah.
So, you know, of course, I Googled that and, you know, it comes up all kinds of stuff, you know,
Oh, yeah.
liver failure, kidney failure, this, that. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to freak out about that.
Yeah.
I did make a doctor appointment to go get checked out and get a physical.
Right.
But, you know, it's most likely like dry skin and stuff. And I do
Yeah.
have like these dry patches on the like backside of my arm, felt like flaky and dry.
Right. Like eczema or something.
Yeah, just like, I don't know. I really dry and like itchy all over.
Right.
So anyway, so I go and I buy this cream at Walmart. And it says like, you know, guaranteed skin repair, stop itch, you know.
Right.
So when I've been getting out of the shower, I've been rubbing that cream all over my body, you know,
Right.
really kind of moisturizing myself. And it's definitely helping a little bit.
Right.
So the other night I get out of the shower and I rub it all over and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna rub a little on my balls, you know. So I rub it down on my balls, and my balls were fine. They weren't itchy at all.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, I'm laying on the couch that night, and it didn't seem like so big of a deal. Sometimes you scratch your balls, you know, but my balls still get itchy.
Right. And then,
And I must have been like scratching them all night.
Right.
So now, like the next day, I get up in the morning and I'm like, this is yesterday, and I don't know why I didn't mention it yesterday.
Yeah.
I get up and I'm like itchy, and I look, and now my balls are all like
What?
like red and like chafy. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So it's really irritating. But it reminded me, I think what might have happened is when either that cream,
Right.
you know,
Right.
my sensitive little baby ball skin was sensitive to it.
Yeah, maybe. And you
Or
burnt it.
I locked in moisture.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now, I've
exactly.
studied this before.
Yeah,
Because
if
a
you're
couple of
wet.
years back when I was still on the job,
Mm.
I was working with that guy, Buddy, and I developed a really, really bad, like I guess what they call jock itch. You
Right.
know? Now in the winter we work outside in the cold. You know?
Yeah.
So I do not like the cold. So I would always wear like thermals, and you know, and pants, you know, and then I would put my suit on because it's goddamn freezing out, you know.
Right. Yeah.
But then what happened, I guess, because I was so bundled up, is my balls were getting all sweaty.
Yeah.
You know. So one day I'm on the job and I'm like, it's just getting really bad. I'm feeling like this cracky itch, you know. And I'm
Right.
like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm like, buddy, man, my balls are freaking killing me.
Yeah.
So he goes, yeah. He goes, you know, it's like jock itch. He goes, it's the same thing as athlete's foot. He
Yeah,
goes, you
but
got to get yourself some TINACTIN.
Yeah.
You know? Tough acting TINACTIN. You remember
Yeah.
John Madden? Tough
Yeah.
acting TINACTIN.
Right. It's supposed to be
Oh, my God.
fast acting TINACTIN or something, right?
Yeah, I think it was tough acting, whatever the hell it was.
Right.
So it's coffee break now. And usually we don't leave at coffee break. The kid will bring you coffee. But I'm like, I'm running across the street. There was a pharmacy across the street. And I'm going to get myself some goddamn TINACTIN right now.
Right.
So I come back into the job, you know, and I pull everything off. And I pull my pants down. And I spray the TINACTIN on my balls, dude. And I start screaming, dude, fire. Because I had like cracking on there.
Right.
It was the most painful thing. So now I'm like running around the room like naked, like holy crap, you know.
Right.
Balls are on fire. So I'm like, buddy, I'm leaving. I'm going home.
Yeah,
You know?
this is out of
You're
control.
kidding
Yeah.
me. He's laughing his ass off. Now,
Yeah.
I did construction for 25 years. I've worked through all kinds of pain and injuries.
Right.
And I never missed a day. Never.
Right.
But I'm like, I got to go home, you know?
Yeah.
So I go up to the shanty. That's where, the foreman and the super sit,
Right.
I knock on the door, and they're usually just in there by themselves. But of course, they're in the middle of this meeting with like every project manager in the building. And I knock on the door, and the guy Dave comes to the door, and I says, listen, they're like, oh, come inside. I says, listen, I just want to let you know, I'm taking off.
Yeah.
Go home. And they're like, well, what's going on?
Yeah.
I said, nothing. It's personal, but I got to get out of here.
Yeah. You don't want to go mentioning, in front of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but they won't let it go. He goes, tell me what's going on.
Yeah.
I go, really? You don't want to? Come on, Nick.
Yeah.
Tell me what's going on.
You're like, dude, it's
I
personal.
said, all right. I go, my balls are on fire. Oh, you should have. You didn't have to say that in here. I says, well, you wouldn't let it go.
Yeah.
That's and then
funny.
they all start laughing. So now for like the next week, every time I see like a project manager or somebody, I actually took 2 days off.
Right.
It's 2 days. I went home.
Yeah.
And I like laid in bed like naked for like 2 days. So I did some research on it. And it's a moisture thing. You got to keep your balls dry. So what I started doing.
Yeah, if you put cream on it while it's wet,
especially in the winter, I would get out of the shower. I would shower at night. I'd get out of the shower, and immediately I would just throw my thermals on as pajamas.
Right.
And get in bed.
Right.
So now they were probably a little bit damp when I got in.
Yeah.
Now in the morning, I got my thermals on. I get up, I put my jeans over my thermals.
Yeah, they're still moist.
8-hour workday, 4 hours on the train, so it's 15 hours.
Yeah.
Then I don't shower till night, and then I wrap right back up. So the secret to this
is drying it.
Is blow drying your balls.
Yeah.
And I did it for the longest time.
Right.
And it keeps them, I know it sounds crazy, but you got to lift that up and you got to get all that dryness in.
Yeah.
So I did that for a long time, but excuse me. And recently, I don't know why, but I got into the habit of like just bringing my underwear into the bathroom.
Right.
Getting out of the shower and then just like getting dressed in there.
Right.
And I'm not getting a good dry going.
Right. Yeah.
So I got to get out of that habit.
Yeah.
But so I think what happened was I got out of the shower. I didn't dry it really good. And then I rubbed that cream over there.
And you locked in the moisture.
And I locked in the moisture.
Yeah.
And now I'm all goddamn red and chafed up and dry. Last night I blew dry them. I powdered them. I laid naked for a while.
Well, if you dry them good, you know what they say is good, right? The best is Vaseline or Aquaphor. Once it's dry, though.
Right, once it's dry. Yeah, I stay away from that.
Completely dry, and you put the Vaseline on, all that does, Nick, is keeps it automatically dry because the Vaseline's like oil. So now any moisture can't go to it. You can't get to it. Can't get to it. It locks it.
I don't think if you have...
I've had it,
When you already have the itch problem...
Well, then you're in a different...
I don't know if you want to seal that in with Vaseline. Yeah. I want it to get air.
You need like sun. You need to go out. You need to go out.
I actually Googled it, I just remembered, so I pulled up the link. The seven causes for itchy balls.
Right.
All right. You got jock itch, which I'm pretty sure is what I have.
Right.
Jock itch. I got to take my glasses off because I can't see.
I know.
It's going to make my nose look bigger. Actually, you know what?
It doesn't look bad.
I think my nose looks smaller with the glasses off.
Probably. Yeah, you might be.
I hate that, the problem with men is, the only thing that keeps growing on us is our nose and our ears.
Yeah, that's what they say, right?
Yeah, that's why old men have really big. Ever see a guy like 90 years old?
I don't really have a big nose, right?
Give it some time.
Yeah.
Mine I had a nice, cute little nose not long ago. Now my daughter tells me I'm a big nose.
Really?
Yeah. Wife, they all make fun of my nose now. My ears are going to keep growing. I wish my balls kept growing.
Right.
My balls are shrinking and my nose is growing.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Bullshit. Yeah. All right. So jock itch. Jock itch is a reddish rash.
Right.
It's a yeast common type of fungal infection. Same thing with the feet. It's a fungus thing, which reminds me. Remember last week, all right, I talked about how beautiful my feet are.
Right.
got rid of the foot smell. I haven't had even the slightest odor
Right.
on my feet in years. All of a sudden, just in the last week,
Really?
my not like bad like they used to be,
Well, maybe you got used to.
but I'm starting to get a little bit of a stink.
Right.
Even my wife walks in, she goes,
Is
"Is that your feet?" She goes,
Yeah.
"I think I smell your feet."
Right.
You know, she's making fun of me because I'm always telling her how beautiful my feet are. You know,
Right.
look, you know, I got beautiful feet, and so
Right.
now when she smells it, and again, it's not like it's stinking up the whole room. So
Yeah.
I may have a fungus thing going on again.
Right.
I got to start taking those garlic pills again.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I got a yeast infection like a woman.
Mm.
Here's another cause. Interrigo. Intertrigo. Boy, I'm a moron.
Mm.
It's an inflammatory response to a bacterial or fungal infection.
Mm.
Kind of the same thing. It's a fungus. I
Yeah.
got some kind of a fungal bacteria thing going on, and
Yeah.
it's making me itchy.
All
It's
right.
making my balls red, and it's making my feet smell. Man, I got chafing. It's 7 causes. They sound like they're all the same shit to me.
Yeah.
Chafing occurs when constant, prolonged rubbing occurs on an area of the skin.
Right.
This friction can cause in physical activities such as rubbing or biking.
Right.
Yeah, well, they get itchy, and then you start rubbing them.
Yeah.
I didn't scratch them that much that night. You know, I was definitely rubbing them a little bit,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like I rubbed them so much that I wore the skin off.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, I was a little itchy that night after I did the cream, and all of a sudden the next morning,
They were
they're
raw.
completely red and inflamed, you know, and like almost wet feeling. Fucking disgusting.
Mm.
Contact dermatitis is an allergic reaction. It is most likely to occur when the skin comes into contact with a new substance, including new body wash,
Mm.
washing detergent, or a fabric.
Right. Like an allergic reaction. Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, but it says here, I don't want to read the whole thing, but I read this earlier. It says that usually that'll happen all over your body, and that cream that I used didn't affect me anywhere else.
Did you put it on your feet?
No, I didn't put it on my feet. My feet weren't dry.
Yeah.
I'm itchy mostly on the back of my arms, and I did feel a dry patch around my waist.
Right.
And then like on my back. I just been like dry and itchy lately.
Yeah. You know? Well, how's the weather been there? Is it cold?
Not that cold.
Right.
You know, it's actually, I mean, it was a pretty mild winter.
Yeah.
You know, but I am inside a lot, and you get the dry heat. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now, it's going up into like the 40s, low 50s now.
Oh, okay. Really?
And windy today, though, so it feels cold, but no sun.
Yeah. Crabs
or pubic lice? I'm just going to say I don't have crabs or pubic lice.
I don't think it's that.
Because I don't want that.
No.
Genital warts.
Right.
Sexually transmitted infection. No. See, it's definitely not that. Or herpes, and it's definitely not herpes.
Yeah.
It really comes down to the first 3.
Right.
And I think if
it's probably a fungus. It's very common. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to the blow drying.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm going to keep that cream off my balls.
Yeah. Yeah, because who knows what that is. That cream could actually be moisturizing you.
It's a moisturizer, yeah.
Which is fucking you, because that's actually keeping it wet.
Yeah, and I thought it would be good. I says, let me just, and I tell you, my like I said, they weren't even itchy, but I'm rubbing it all over my body, you know?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm going to get a little down because they were looking nice, you know?
Right.
Remember I talked like, I had to shave it down because I let it go too far. Well, it was just grown in like to that nice, you know, George type of pootie pie look.
Right.
And I'm going to cream these things up, you know? And now they're all red and disgusting.
Right.
So
you got to get dry those fuckers up.
Yeah, so there's that. And then and I wanted to talk about like, it's a weird subject, but when we used to work in the city, right?
Right.
I never shit in the morning.
Right.
Never. It's strange how you can train your body.
Mm.
If we get up, I would get up, I would drink my coffee, and I always think like coffee makes you have to shit, you know?
Yeah.
But I would have a cup of coffee first thing in the morning. I'd be stuck on a train for an hour and a half to 2 hours to the job.
Oh, so you wouldn't shit till you got to the job?
I would almost never shit on the job at all.
Oh, so you
I had my body trained
to go at night?
I would shit almost every night right after dinner.
Really?
But now,
Yeah.
I'm on a
No,
new schedule because
yeah.
I'm home.
Yeah.
I shit every morning,
Yeah.
right at around 8 o'clock, 8:30.
Right.
And I never did that in the city.
Really.
But it's just weird. I don't
Yeah.
know. I know it's a
Yeah.
stupid subject, but you can train your body in
Yeah.
time, like when to shit. Because
Yeah.
if you're in a job, you're trying not to. I don't know
Yeah. You don't
if
want to use
anybody
bathrooms.
listening has ever been to a construction site porta potty. All
Oh,
right.
forget it.
It is nasty. It's disgusting. You do not want to shit there. And when
No.
you do, we all had to do it a few times.
Oh yeah.
The worst thing is if the door is shut.
Ugh.
If the door is shut, because it's nasty and
Ugh.
hot in there, like in the
Yeah.
summer.
Oh,
When I
God.
was doing that school out east,
And you got that stink, that stink?
oh my God, I was crapping on that job. I had to a couple of times. And it's, when it's like 90 degrees out, that means it's about 110 in a porta potty. They were outside in the sun.
Ugh.
So what I would do, I went out there. I'm like, I had to go one day, and I can't sit in that thing, with the door shut. You'll die. You want to die.
Yeah.
So I took it and I leaned into it and I spun it around so it wasn't facing the building.
Right.
And I
and kept
opened
the
the
door
door
up?
wide open, and I threw my tools and my hard hat to keep the door open.
Right.
And they were pissed off. They're like, "What'd you do?" I'm like, "Because I can't sit in that thing." So at least now you got the door open, and then you got to do what's called making a nest, because you can't sit on that seat.
No.
It's disgusting. And they have this blue water down in there, and because it's such like a far drop,
Yeah. It's gonna.
when you poop, it could splash back up and cut you, and now
know.
you got contact from somebody else's nasty stuff.
A
And
lot of people's. Ugh.
yeah. So what you want to do, all right, first you got to spin that thing so it's facing in the opposite direction. Then you got to take a lot of toilet paper and throw it down on there
Right.
to make like a nest, and that's splash resistant.
Yeah.
So it
Right.
doesn't
You got.
come
Yeah.
back up
You.
and
Yeah.
touch
You got to make a
I call
pile
that
down.
the nest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I would do it. I would lay a bunch down in there, and then a bunch on the seat.
Yeah.
What Tommy told me he would do is he would take them long way. All right, so he would take long strips of toilet paper and he'd let them like droop down,
Yeah.
cross.
Yeah.
And then he said he would sit on it. He goes this way, and he sit on it like that.
Oh, right across the opening.
Like a net, yeah, across the opening. Okay?
Right. And then just shit through it.
And then sit, and he would like droop them. I never did this. I don't know how he did it. It must have been years of practice. So he would go a long way, and he would let them droop a little bit. He goes, "You got to take a bunch,
Right.
long enough, where you know
Right.
they hang a little bit. It's like a net."
So it's
His
not
system
right.
was- yeah, I called mine the nest, which was just a low nest
Right.
for anti-splash.
Yeah. Well, that's
He
what
would
I
make
use.
like a net. He would take like 8 pieces that were this long, and he would like get it behind his back somehow and make it like a pouch to catch it.
Really? Yeah. That's crazy.
So now when you plop, it catches everything in that nest, and it doesn't drop until you get up.
Really?
When you get up, yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was his technique.
That's crazy.
Great,
Yeah.
I
I do what you do. I crumple up a ton of toilet paper, just keep unrolling like a whole roll and get it down there.
The anti-splash nest.
Yeah. Because that's scary when you look at that mess and you're like, oh boy, that's coming back up my hole.
Yeah.
It's a little
These
freaky.
These are the types of things you learn in a construction site,
Yeah.
Construction site survival.
Yeah. It's not clean. And
Right,
the
so what
bathroom,
else did I have
the
to-
bathrooms they make too, the ones they make, on a new building
the
or something.
temps,
Yeah. Those are
They got-
nasty.
They got much better than they used to be.
Oh yeah. But they're still pretty.
One thing better about working in the city is you usually at least have a temp bathroom, which is like a real toilet,
Yeah.
Yeah, they can get a little gross. But I tell you what, some of the last few jobs, they're much better. And at least you can wash your hands. When you're out here on the island, you're in small buildings. They just give you these goddamn porta potties.
Oh, that's it.
It's a friggin' disaster.
Yeah.
Remember back when we were kids? It's just reminded me of this. And we were working with that guy Mike, and when we built a bathroom in the back of his box truck.
Mike who?
You don't remember that? Mike Perry.
Oh, Mike Perry. Yeah.
Remember when we hated roofing? And we designed the roof mate.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember the bathroom we made, because we were going to go on a lot of new construction.
Right.
New construction, there's no bathroom at all. Back then, nowadays they make you put a porta potty on site.
You're
But back
right.
then they didn't. Everybody would just go down in the basement because the floor wasn't poured yet, and usually just shit on the floor and bury it,
Right. Right.
which is nasty. But in the back, he had a box truck, and in the back, it had a bunch of shelves, and there was a
Yeah.
little area in between the shelves,
I remember now.
about
Yeah.
2.5 feet wide. It was a really nice invention he made. And he
Yeah.
mounted a toilet seat to the wall, and he
Yes.
had a spackle bucket right under the toilet seat,
Yeah.
and he had a bag of like kitchen garbage bags.
Yeah. And you
So
just
you
put a
could,
bag in. Yeah.
yeah. So when you had to go, and I remember doing it one day on the way to work, we were driving, and I think
Yeah.
it was you.
Yeah.
And you're like, I gotta shit. And he's not doing shitting when I drive, and I don't want to smell it. But you had
Yeah.
to go,
Yes. I remember that now that you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a nice setup.
Yeah.
So you'd go
You
in the
didn't want
back,
to smell
pull
it.
out
Yeah.
a kitchen garbage bag, and you'd put it in the bucket, and he'd flip down the toilet seat, and he had toilet paper right there.
Beautiful.
Pretty nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice setup.
I know. I'm surprised I didn't do that in my box truck.
Yeah, you should have.
I know.
Yeah, because it sucks when you got to shit on the job.
Yeah. No, I know. It's like, yeah, it's not a good thing.
So, on to my news notes. Hey, have you heard the word trope?
Trope. Yes, I have. What is that though?
Do you know
I
what
hear
that
it a
means?
lot. No.
You've been hearing it lately, right?
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot lately.
I've been hearing the word trope, and like, I don't know, man. It's like I don't know if these are all new words. I mean, we went over new words recently with snowflake and cuck and all of that other stuff,
Right.
which we should probably review because I don't ever post. But I keep hearing this word trope all of a
A
sudden.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're talking about it was that one congresswoman who said something about Israel, and they're calling it an anti-Semitic trope.
Right.
And I'm like, well, what is that? Is that a slur? But why do they I don't know. It's just weird how all of a sudden
it's a word of expression used in figurative sense. So a common or overused theme or device. A common or overused theme or device. So used in a sentence would be example, a screenplay that reads like a catalog of mystery thriller tropes. I don't get it.
Yeah, I still don't get it. A
screenplay that reads like a catalog of mystery thriller tropes. So
that's a really bad example. Either that or my brain sucks.
Bromine chest.
So anyway, it's like I've never really heard this word before. And all of a sudden, like in the last 2 weeks, I've heard it like 20 times.
Yeah.
It's just really weird.
I've been hearing it. Oh, what happened?
And not only for that one, I know they were saying anti-Semitic trope.
No sound. No sound.
You must
lost
have
the sound. Sound's gone. You
I
hear me?
Yeah.
Hold on. Headset's dead. Hold on 1 second. You know what? Just pause this 1 sec.
Yeah, I'm not going to pull. It's easy for me to just cut that out.
Yeah.
But it is to bring the other one in and splice it back together.
I did do that. Oh, okay. So maybe I didn't stop it. I think I just stopped it now before. All right. So we're back on. So
I'm just saying, whenever they talk about Israel, I just don't really understand it.
Like as far as what, like the state, because they call it a state.
Yeah, I know what Israel is.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I'm saying
they talk about like moving the consulate over here, and this is an anti-Semitic trope. Yeah, I don't know, and you got these factions and all this. I don't know. I just don't understand.
I know it's such like an old world over there too. Like it's like
it's not even that old. But thank God we have Jared Kushner, which I wanted to get to. Because he's going to figure it out.
You think
he's in charge of that? Oh well, yeah, he's in charge of everything.
Yeah,
he's going to fix everything.
Yeah, he's a foreign...
Watch this. Here's a list of everything that Jared Kushner, 7 jobs that Jared Kushner is in charge of. Jared Kushner, with the pop-ups. Jared Kushner is responsible for negotiating peace in the Middle East.
Yeah, I know. That's his big thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to, this kid. Okay.
Yeah. Unexperienced, privileged kid. Okay, his father
been fighting for 1,000 years, but Jared Kushner's going to fix it. Kushner is responsible for solving the American opioid epidemic. Okay, that's 2. Jared Kushner is responsible for diplomacy with Mexico.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Jared Kushner is responsible for diplomacy with China. Jared Kushner is responsible for reforming care for veterans.
Yeah, okay.
Jared Kushner is responsible for criminal justice reform. Jared Kushner is responsible for reinventing the entire government and making it work like a business.
What? That's insane.
Is this guy fucking Superman?
Yeah.
Like Trump thinks
he's just a young kid.
Kushner. He thinks that Jared Kushner can just do everything.
I honestly, I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares if he can. It's my son-in-law, and you know what? This is the job I'm giving him, whether he's qualified or not. He has no
his son, right?
Right.
What is his son in charge of?
Well, I think both of the sons running the business.
Yeah, he does nothing. He doesn't like his son. It's Kushner. I mean, look, Trump Jr. must hate Kushner because Trump absolutely loves Kushner. He gives him all these jobs. Oh, Middle East, Jared, Jared can do it.
Yeah.
Oh, opioid crisis, biggest crisis. Jared's got it,
Yeah.
He's like Clark Kent, He is. You take a look at him. He's like,
I know.
I'm wondering, is one day he's just gonna Jared Kushner's gonna pull his suit off and go flying into Israel and just save it, stop the war. He can do everything.
One of the buildings they own, 6th Avenue, 666.
Yeah, 666.
Yeah, was their building. Yeah,
because he's the devil.
We've worked in there, and that building was upside down. That building was upside down when they got into office, and then as soon as they got into office.
Yes, Saudi Arabia bailed him out.
Gave him $500 million in the White House. He did the deal.
Yeah, well, that's why they're afraid to,
give him clearance because he's got ties to foreign countries and money. Which, when you have that, and you borrow money from a foreign country, you're now in bed with them. And so
that's why Trump won't say anything bad about Saudi Arabia, even though they're out,
killing our people,
killing journalists and all of that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. But anyway, Trump Jr. must hate him, because he gets all these important jobs, and really, what does Trump Jr. do? He's managing the business, but he ain't managing the business. There's nothing going on. Donald's not going to let Trump Jr. do anything without him.
No, and he's probably still in the back. There's a back channel. What do you think?
I mean, you give him a title, he hangs out, but I'm pretty sure that he must be fucking hate Jared. Oh, so Paul Manafort. Did you see?
I did.
Manafort, when he was he got he got sentenced.
Right.
But when he went to his sentencing hearing, did you see that they wheeled him in a wheelchair?
Yeah, they wheeled him in. Apparently, he's not doing well.
He's fine.
Yeah.
Did you say because?
Yeah. Well, he was fine before he went to jail. Now he's in jail and he's dying. He's
still fine. It was a big act.
Yeah. And then
do they really think that the judge is going to fall for that? The judge sees TV.
Right.
The judge sees him.
Yeah.
At all the other hearings, you know what I mean? He's perfectly fine. But he does when he walks. You notice when he walks, he leans really far forward
Right. I've seen that. Yeah, I see the way he walks. Yeah, he kind of walks weird. You got it. Yeah.
Yeah, he walks and he's leaning forward. He always looks
he's like this. Yeah, he's coming like this. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, maybe he did fall on his face, and that's why they wheeled him in a wheelchair. But there's no way the judge is going to fall for that. I don't know. I would.
But here's the deal. This is how I think about it. Look, this guy. All right. So in comparison to let's just say a big crime, the school scandal. You take Manafort. Okay, this guy's looking at 65 years for the school scandal in jail. Okay, $25 million scam. Well, his was 50 million, I believe, Manafort, and it was money, illegal deals. Okay, he has all the same tax fraud, all the mail wiring, and all that shit because it was via other countries. It was treason. It was he was turning on America. He was throwing us under the bus, his country.
And he got 4 years.
He got fucking 4 years. And 7.5. Yeah, but he's serving a consecutive.
7.5. He's gonna.
You get 15% off in federal jail. I read for good time. So 15% off of that. He already did 9 months, 10 months.
Yeah. So
deduct the 10 months is pretty much a year. He might be out in 2 years, bro. Unless Trump pardons him.
Trump's going to pardon him anyway.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
he's
just a
getting.
matter of time.
Oh, it's going to happen real soon.
I mean, at the worst case scenario, worst possible case is Trump wins re-election.
Mm,
So that's 4 years, and he's
mm,
got 2 years left.
mm.
And he
Well,
wait.
he
Most
doesn't have to
presidents,
wait.
no, he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Most presidents wait to the end on things like that.
Yeah.
No way Trump will wait that long. He
No.
might wait until after this re-election.
Yeah, because this could. Yeah, that's what he's got to
A lot
wait
of
for.
Republicans don't. So that's 2 years. And he might not even wait for that. But yesterday,
Well, I think
as soon as he got sentenced, the
right.
state dropped, I think,
Yeah.
8 or 16 charges.
Yeah,
on him.
New York State, because he has a big place in Southampton, right? Yeah,
Oh, good. I'm sure he does.
yeah. I saw him out there. Well, when he was on trial, did you catch?
I heard that he was hanging out in the Hamptons during the election.
Yeah, yeah. He was in his house in Southampton, and he hangs out with all like the housewives and stuff.
Right.
He probably sees Stern out there, the whole nine. They all know each other. But the point is he, during the trial, they raided his house, and they were getting taking his shit. And did you see that jacket he had? They were mocking him in court. I don't know. This was a while ago.
Yeah. What was that? Like a snake skin?
Yeah. No, it was like
ostrich.
Yeah. It was ostrich. Yeah. It was like a $15,000. Looked like a coat for a woman or something. And he had it, and they were mocking him.
It kind of goes back to what I was saying about, Roger Stone too. Like these guys are so smart. I mean, they're obviously smart. You can't say they're dumb guys.
No. Well, apparently
But
Roger
then
Stone
they
is
do
a
things
billionaire.
that are so stupid, like so easy to get caught. It's just arrogance.
It almost seems like they're doing it on purpose.
Clothes and stuff, and and he was buying all these clothes and stuff that's like easily traceable, illegal.
Yeah,
he spent like $1 million on clothes that year. And he had them transferring it through, whatever corporation. And it was such an easy catch.
Yeah.
Like a guy that's so smart and gets away with all of this stuff. And then they just get arrogant.
Yeah. And figure they could do it.
Yeah. And they just do it so blatantly easily to get caught.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't care. They don't care.
They're above the law,
A power.
The American justice system. If you're rich, you're going to get away with it.
Yeah. And so, yeah, well, that's what I say. Like, you look at Manafort, he got, call it 7.5 years, right? That's what they're saying. Then you look at the trial with I mean, it didn't happen yet, but that guy's facing 65 years. So that guy's going to go away. If he's facing 65 years, I mean, Manafort was.
We'll see what actually happens.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens to the guy who did the scheme, who actually did that. I don't know about the participants, but that guy, he'll probably do 20 years in jail,
Maybe.
But meanwhile, 25 million. All right. So he scammed some colleges. He didn't scam America. No. You know what I mean? If anything, he should get 7 years, I think. And Manafort should be in jail for, I mean, he was slated to get 19 to 24 years.
Yeah, he should be charged with treason.
Exactly.
You're not registering as a foreign agent. You're scamming America.
Yeah.
That should be a big crime.
That's a huge crime. Huge crime.
It won't be.
No,
Trump's gonna pardon him. They'll get him on the state stuff.
Yeah, well, that's gonna F him. And that's why I brought up Southampton, because I'm thinking he probably scammed that loan. You know what I mean? Because it's mortgage. They say one of the charges in New York is mortgage fraud.
Yeah, mortgage fraud. Yeah, it's funny when it comes to mortgage fraud. Like if you just what's that?
Yeah, no, I was saying don't. Yeah, because I know back in the day you used to get away with everything.
Yeah, I didn't know. And it's okay. I know a guy.
Yeah, right.
I knew a guy back.
Your friend, yeah.
Yeah, it was a friend of mine back in the 90s that when he went to get a mortgage, back then it was easier. So he's a young guy, just married, having a kid. He actually wasn't even working, was on unemployment.
Really?
And was collecting unemployment, and his wife was actually collecting unemployment also. They were both in between jobs.
Right.
So they go to buy a house, and the wife is like, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? And I'm like, don't, and he says, don't worry about it. They want to sell a house. They'll get us a mortgage,
Sure.
So they look at a house, And the guy's like, yeah, good house, And they said, yeah, we'll take it.
Right.
I pulled the guy aside. I said, here's the thing. You want to make the sale, you got to help me get a mortgage. Problem is, I have good credit, but I don't have any income.
Yeah.
He says, no problem. He says, I'll take care of it. He says, you go to my buddy over here, printing shop around the corner. He says, you give him $200. He'll give you W-2s, checks, take the phone call. So the guy goes over there.
Wow.
Yeah, this is back in 96-ish. No
Yeah.
problem. And he's like, you know what? They'll get me a mortgage. They want to sell the house. So he goes over there, $200, W-2s, like
Wow.
six weeks worth of paychecks, and they took the phone call and all and went, bought the house, no problem.
Wow. Now when the guy got his W-2s, they were just from some random company?
It was,
Some
from a printing shop in Bohemia.
Right, but I'm saying, but that's where the job was? No.
What do you mean that's where the job was?
No, I mean, you got
the real estate broker knew the real estate broker.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying
said, go to my friend's shop, call this guy, and he'll give you W-2s.
Yeah, but when he gave you when he gave your buddy the W-2s, what they were just for some random company?
No, from the printing shop that the guy owned.
Oh, so they were like he worked at that printing shop.
Yeah.
Oh.
Says my buddy's got a printing shop in Bohemia.
Okay.
Here's his phone number. Call him up, and he'll give you pay stubs, W-2s, the whole deal.
So he actually had to pay tax on that then, right?
I have no idea.
Like how?
I think he just printed up a fake W-2.
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And no problem. Got the house. And then he figured that, okay, they're swindling me on this mortgage. They're probably going to give me a high interest rate or whatever. But you get when you get in, we'll refinance in a year or so.
Yeah.
It was a little high for the time. It was up at somewhere around 8 3/4, 9, which sounds insane now, but interest rates were a lot higher then.
Yeah, they were like at 6.
Yeah, 6, 7. Got 9. But after 1 year, and then interest rates started dropping. So about a year and a half later, refinanced at 5.5%, 6%.
Right.
Now you have the house, and back then they had no asset income. That's where on the second one, where they had a no income check because the income was still low.
Yeah,
but they had the apartment in there that wasn't taxed, and a little bit of side work. But he had enough asset in was annuity and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And because house values were going up so much at the time, this one bought that house for $130, sold it 4 years later for $320.
Wow!
So a year and a half in, they were already saying, "Well, the house is worth $220."
We're going up.
House is worth $220, so you have a certain amount of equity in the house already, and you got $50,000 in annuity. Boom, no asset income, 5%. And this is before the mortgage crisis.
Now, when you pull your equity, what do they do? So if they say, okay, let's say I paid what do they pay? $230 for this place. It's now worth dude, they're saying it's worth $360, $370 easily. And if you go to try to buy, if you try to buy a new house here, you can't touch anything for $370 now.
Right.
The numbers are up. So
you got in a good time.
Yeah. Well, I think so. And so now, because I had the real estate come out, we were going to move across the street on the water. I mean, right across the street from me is the Intercoastal. You can take it all the way to Florida. So we're just really almost like the house in Oakdale, it basically right across the street from the water. We're like a community across the street from water, technically. So I don't see it, but it's right here. And that community is, the thing is, what's nice about that, and I like it. Well, first of all, when we moved here, I said, you know what? We were kind of in a rush, but I wanted to get a house that you felt like you were in Florida or something. You know what I mean? I'm moving to South Carolina. I don't want, my house looks like a Long Island house. Looks like your old house, just bigger, a little bigger. Just
you're like a development.
Yeah, but I mean, any of these developments, the houses all look like a typical house, right?
Yeah.
Now, in that place, it's not one builder. So you could bring any builder you want. You basically buy the land. Like, it's not like D.R. Horton or
Yeah.
Pulte.
I like that better. I hate when developments like all the houses kind of look the same.
Well, that's the thing. This place, they use all it's the same
They're
vinyl siding.
nice and clean, and it
Oh,
looks nice, but
it's
it's
beautiful,
not my
but
style.
it's too cookie cutter.
Yeah.
So over there, bro, you get over there, you can bring in your own builder, right? So basically, you bring in anybody you want, okay, and any style house. The board has to approve it, this, that, and the other thing. But basically, for your HOA fees are like $200. Mine are $193 here, but they're $200 there. But along with your HOA, you get the use of the dock, okay. Right. If you're not right on the water, because the first block is on the water, but all the other blocks aren't. So you get the use of the ramp, and then you also get a storage thing that's behind all palm trees. You don't see it. It's beautiful. You go around the bend, beautiful little driveway, and bam, there's a big fenced in.
But what are these houses cost over there?
Well, it depends.
It depends on what you build, I guess.
Yeah, it depends.
Something comparable to your house built over there.
Over there, at the bottom dollar, there's builders that build stuff over there, Nick, that, like, for an example, you got money, you go buy a piece of property over there, you can get a piece for anywhere from 10 over there, to 100,000.
Just for the land.
Yeah. So you buy, let's say you bought the land for 10. You go buy some prints, Nick, right? And you build the house. You build it and they'll come. And that's what guys do. Like a Lester lives.
But you didn't answer the question. What would your house?
Okay, so my house
in that development.
My house over there in that development, size-wise, square footage-wise, is going to be probably about 450 starting.
It's going up a lot.
It's a lot. But now some of these pre-builts, like these guys, so a builder comes in and maybe he does it in the winter when he's slow. He's still out working, but he's got a little project over here. So he puts the house up.
You got to add in the cost of moving, and then closing costs if you got to get a mortgage. It all adds up.
Well,
the extras, the this, the that.
Our thought was, well, the move should be pretty easy because it's like right across the street. Well, but my thought was we would do on a contingent. That's what I worked out with the real estate. I said, look, this deal solely lies on the fact that we have to sell our house. So she totally understood that.
Yeah, that's what they always do.
Yeah. So I said, look, if you could sell our house, we have nowhere to go. So it would have to be, right in line, and we'd have to get in. So we looked at a few pieces over there, and there was some things that were older, which we were willing to go in an older house. I mean, like 2000 older,
right.
Like year 2000. And so I'll tell you what, and then you got the feel though. These houses look like they're more unique, Nick. The woodwork, they're more custom because you got a guy like Lester. He's building one or two houses, not 6,000.
No, I get it.
You know what I mean? So he's putting in the crown molding. Here you're gonna pay with him too, but he's doing a nicer job.
Right.
The houses are beautiful. Yeah, and when you go in this house, now you feel like you're in Miami or something. You know what I mean? It looks like a Miami Vice type of thing. Whereas, you look at no, you know what I mean? It looks like a Florida or, maybe they're one story and they're all sprawling and, palm tree,
Yeah, I like a big wide ranch.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Yeah, like a sprawling. Right. So we went and looked, and there was one that was, like I said, it was like a 2000, right. And it was nice. It was nice, but that one, when we looked at it, the only problem was they'd use a camera with a wide freaking angle. So when you're looking at the pictures, the rooms look tremendous.
Right. Even
though it was like 2,800 square feet. We're like
that's plenty.
We're like 3,000. So we were fine and had the right amount of bedrooms. But when you looked at the pictures, the rooms were tremendous, right? And then when we got there, it was like, oh shit, this was the foyer. The foyer looked huge. It's like a freaking, so it was all downsized. And I was like, well,
now you're spoiled. You're used to a big house,
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you moved from a house that would have fit in your garage.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Now, what did they do? They left the fence up over there?
Last time I haven't been down in a while, but the house was gone, but like that side fence was still up for some reason.
You know why?
Why?
He ain't taking that down because that was a major issue. I got that fence up.
Right.
That fence.
What do they care? They knocked the whole house down, you know?
No, but you grandfathered in it. That's grandfathered in now. That's a big deal. You take that fence down and put it back up. It's on the corner and shit. It's a 6-foot fence.
Is it 6 foot on?
Yeah, he's leaving that there because
I thought the rule on a side you're allowed to do that high, just not in the front.
Well, but it has to be 30 foot in from the corner, so you don't obstruct the corner.
Right.
You know, visual.
Yeah.
So there's some issues there, but that was a big deal. I mean, when I put that fence up, the whole fucking town went ballistic. I had the fucking town there every day.
And you didn't get permits. You don't get permits for
I didn't get permits, no. But I went in, you know, technically the fence was in the back, so I came down the side yard, and that was a huge deal.
Yeah.
You know, when
all kinds of goddamn rules and shit.
But basically, I went down to the town, and I got their rules on the fence.
Right.
And the corner. And, you know, they said it had to be 15 foot in from the street line.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to determine where the street line is, you know? So I went like 20 just to be safe.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Good. Right.
So I was good. Yeah. But they were down there and nobody could give me an answer. I said, well, here's the rules from your office. I picked it up a week ago. You know, here they are. Do these work? Are these good? And the guy couldn't answer me. He would not, you know, the actual, you know, code guy, he would not say yes or no. I'm like, well, these are the rules. Right. I mean, I went down and got them. I go, well, these are the rules, and he wouldn't answer me. So I'm like, well, if they're not, where's the updated page? Because I just went down a week ago. And he's like, yeah, well, I don't, you know. I'm like, well, it says right here, 15 foot in. Where's the street line? You know. So anyway.
What else is going on? How long we been on right now? Can you see?
What do you got in the news?
You got, there was a mass shooting today.
Yeah. Yeah, right? That was bad news.
Where was that again? I have that written down.
In New Zealand.
New Zealand, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they copying from us. They're always copying off America with their mass shooting.
This is a big thing because...
Yeah, but we started that.
Yeah, well, this is against Muslims. This was in a mosque.
Right, but that's our move.
That's our move. There's 49 dead.
Right. There's a white guy, right?
4 people.
No, I mean, who did the show? 4 people. All white guys?
3 guys and 1 woman.
Right. Really?
So I don't know.
Woman.
Yeah.
It's always white guys.
Always a white guy.
You know? Yeah. Always a white guy.
Well, funny thing.
You ever see a black guy do a mass shooting?
Oh, hold on. Funny thing. Hopefully my brother doesn't listen to this because I don't want to get in a fight. But when my brother was here for Christmas, a lawyer from California who was a Democrat but now is a hardcore Republican, Trump lover.
He's a Trump lover.
And him and his wife, right? Well, you know, everything was attacked when we were here. Everything. Right. Like out of no reason. Like we could be talking about the beach in Myrtle Beach, but you know, he had to turn it into, or his wife had to be like, you ever see all the most what do they call it? Serial killers are black men. Like,
really?
This is what
there's ever been a black serial killer ever.
No, she claims, right? But you got to get it. We're like looking at the beach. We're talking about, like, I'm driving them by the beach and stuff. And this is what the top, you know, we got the radio and we're talking about the sunny weather. I don't want, and then Gloria will be like.
And they said that about black people, huh?
Yeah.
I thought they were only against Mexicans.
Well, Gloria is a Mexican. 100%. Not
I thought they were only against immigrants. I didn't know they went against black people too.
They're against, she doesn't consider herself Mexican. So Kelly went ballistic because they wouldn't stop. We weren't even bringing anything up. And they just couldn't help themselves. So we're in the car and she turns around and says, do you know? And she's very well and soft-spoken woman. And she's like, you know, well-spoken though. You know, 90% of the serial killers are black. And I'm like, oh, like, I'm not even going to argue with this woman about that. You know, and then I'm like, well, what about all the shootings at the schools? You ever see a black kid do that? And what, you don't like black people? What is the point of that statement?
It's all white people.
It's all whites. Yeah.
Pretty much every serial killer and the mass shootings.
Yeah.
Mass shootings are all usually.
Always white.
Always usually.
Hey, what's up, kid?
Are you busy?
Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of a podcast.
All right, I'll come back.
Yeah, swing back. Right. What are you doing?
I I needed a weed eater.
Oh, I got it, but there's no string on it.
That's fine.
You got a string for it?
Yeah, sure.
Look, where the hell did I put it? I gotta find it because I moved it.
Right.
Give me 2 minutes. All right? Thank you.
All right, we're probably going to wrap it up now anyway.
Yeah, so going back to that New Zealand thing now, so there's the terror. Oh, you know what they did? Nick?
No.
The one guy, this is pretty bizarre. Okay, and it was all removed now, but one of the shooters had a body cam on.
Yeah, I heard something.
And he did a live feed on Facebook,
Yeah,
Instagram, and everything else.
Of course he would.
And I was watching this morning down here when I came down, and one of the woman, like one of the authorities,
right.
The woman said, she made the mistake of watching the tape.
Right.
And she says, "I'll never be."
They pulled that off the internet already, right?
Oh yeah.
It's gotta be able to find it somewhere though.
Well, you know what's going to happen. I
kind of want to see it.
She said, "Don't do it."
Really?
Yeah, she said it's disturbing, and if you have any kind of mental issues or anything, don't do it.
Well, that's me.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? I thought the same thing. I was like, I'm going to Google that, and then I was like, you know what? I might stay away from that.
Maybe I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily want to see people getting blown away.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Nasty.
Yeah. And she goes, no, it was devastating to see. And she's like a law enforcement. She's used to this stuff. You know what I mean? But she couldn't handle it.
Hopefully they don't give these guys too many headlines and say why they were doing it and all of that, because it just gives them,
yeah.
It just inspires other people to do it. Just don't get into it. Don't say, oh, this is why they're doing it. Sometimes I just feel like these things shouldn't be covered because then you just get copycats of copycats. Oh. And look, you got to say that there was a mass shooting. It happened. It was 4 men. But if they're saying they're doing it, for this political reason or for that political reason, don't even talk about it.
Yep, because that's what they want.
They're doing it in order to get that message out there.
Yeah.
So just don't cover it. Don't put their faces out. Don't put their names out.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And then just rush it.
Yep. Just throw them in a cell. We don't really
need to know. You're just giving them
a platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Platform. Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. And that's what they're looking for.
Oh, anyway, let's wrap it up.
Connected to the T.
I got to piss again.
Wait, I just got some oddball text, bro. What was that? Where'd that go? Service note.
I drink a lot of coffee and water in the morning.
Right.
And now it seems like when I got to pee, that's the signal to wrap it up because I got to piss again.
Yeah, what is this? Hold on one sec before you go. I just got a text. Service notice. Your system has lost broadband connectivity. Please check your email for details.
Meanwhile, you're on the internet right now.
Service notice. Your system is not connected to TWC Monitoring Center. Please check.
I got to go pee.
All right.
Why don't you tap
hold on. Yep, I got
play
you.
Your closing music for a minute?
Yeah.
For about, 20, 30 seconds before you end the meeting. This way I'll have that. I can edit a few minutes out and then just end it with that.
Yep.
I'd like to have that Spanish. Oh, we didn't even get to podcast names. I still have about 10 things in my notes.
I know. Well, I was going to say, you want to.
That's good. How long have we been on?
I can't tell, bro.
Yeah.
And why is this? Hold on a minute.
All right, play that and wrap it up. I got to pay.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we need.
It's okay, man. It's good to save stuff to get to. Yeah.
Listen, we definitely need to come up with the name today, whatever it's going to be.
All right, we'll talk about that off the air in a minute.
All right, why is this not playing now?
Play the Spanish music.
I'm trying. Hold on. What the fuck's going on? Are you kidding me? Hold on, bro. Why is this song so hard to find? I don't get it. And then it doesn't play. I don't know. Oh, that's why.
Necesito caliente, my love, caliente. Oh, necesito.
necesito caliente, my love, my one and only. I lose it to this song.
I come in, I hear you singing along.
It's funny because
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging with us.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll do another show. We got a lot to get to. We got a lot of things to talk about this week coming up. We got a big week ahead of us. All right, guys. Peace. This is a good one. I love this part. Right here. Ready? Oh, no, not this part. Right here. I sing better Spanish than I do regular.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Just focus on Spanish music.
I know.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. It's insane.
A couple more Spanish words.
I know. I only need like another word and I'm good.
Yeah.